I wanted to get back into documenting my process of building my production company in this smaller market. I've not posted in a while simply because the days had started to look really similar. I wasn't sure how much you'd want to see me going back to the same plant nursery and doing the same setup month after month. Good news is that we finished that series with that client and they decided to book another retainer for a different division of the company. So we're in month 3, where I'm going around filming before and after transformations of different landscaping projects. The filming will take place over about a week, and I just hop in a few times to get them during the process. We start with a tear out of everything on Monday. This was a historic property out on Lido Key in Sarasota. They got hit really hard with Hurricane Milton last year. So when you see all the plants in the front yard, they're all still dead because of being choked out from the salt water when they got flooded. Luckily, the house is built up like a little bit, so no water actually got inside, just killed all the plants out front. Usually I'll just sit in my car while I wait for them to get a little further along in the process. But this month they were right around the corner from where my wife and I keep our small sailboat. There's a small clubhouse over there with a bar, so I decided to bring my laptop and turn it into an office for the rest of the morning. I grabbed lunch at this little spot by the water and then headed back to get a few more shots before heading home. I'm going to get better at B-roll, but Tuesday was my B&I meeting, and then I went out with the realtor in my group to take some listing photos and drone photos for a client of his. It's a property that's been converted into an Airbnb, so they need photos for the profile. So we're downtown Sarasota, getting some shots, waiting for him to show up, so we're going to do some photos and some drones. Really hoping that this can kind of just be the kind of foundation of the business. We have a really active market here in Sarasota, so thinking, if I can do 2 or 3 days of real estate per week, that leaves things open to do more kind of doc projects or narrative projects, kind of more of those kind of projects that I want to do. So hoping that this can be kind of a profitable new service that I can offer. So I'll take you along and show you what that looks like. Then for the drone, he wanted a panorama of the downtown area to show where the Airbnb was located. We also added some labels so they could really see where they were in the thick of things. That was my first drone flight in like the downtown area, which was freaky. It took off and the GPS wasn't quite as strong as it usually is when I'm kind of doing like other listings and things, but we got back, no crashes. So one more successful flight, happy customer, and let's keep it moving. I'm trying to make the process of documenting all this a little easier, so I'm rigging up a magic arm to do this 360 camera just on the side of my rig, and I know if I have to screw it in every time, I won't use it. So we're going to try out some of these guys, these little small rig quick release plates, to see if that can help. All right, so we've got that ready to go. Just click that in, and now we're on like the monopod. And then I got one more I'm going to add to the suction cup in my car, and then a magic arm for my camera rig tomorrow. So hopefully that makes this whole process of bringing you guys along a little bit easier. So this week has just been crazy so far. It's only Tuesday. We've got the before and after for the kind of landscaping division of my plant nursery retainer client. Tuesday this morning we had my B&I meeting. I went out and did those real estate photos and drone. Tons of admin this afternoon. Trying to get some nonprofit stuff wrapped up. We had some notes I had to get through for a video we're doing for Habitat for Humanity of Sarasota, which is really exciting. Just lots of little admin things with kind of the B&I chapter and retainer client calls. It feels like there wasn't a clear focus to today, so I'm feeling a little off kilter, to be honest. It's 4 o'clock right now. I'm heading out to a after hours social networking event for the Realtor Association of Sarasota and Manatee County. They do this like once a quarter, so everybody kind of has apps and drinks and that sort of thing. So hoping to get some more contacts in the real estate space. And then after that, we are going to go do some video and photo for the plant nursery again. They have a whole lighting division, irrigation, all that sort of stuff. But they did some lighting for one residential property as well as a couple different condos around the area. So they want some pictures, video of all of that lit up and looking nice for both kind of pictures, social reels, all that sort of stuff. So it's been a full day, kind of up and out the door at 6:30 this morning, and it's going to be kind of well past 6:30 before I get home. But it's good. Good to have work, good to have things to do, so grateful for that. That was a great event. Of course, I completely forgot to grab any B-roll because I'm new at this. But hopefully the association will have some pictures I can throw up. It was at this really cool kind of Taco Tuesday night event here in Lakewood Ranch at Waterside. So a lot of people, probably 150 people showed up. So I made some good connections, got a lead on some photos for a renovation company, and we did what we needed to do. We showed up, we put in the work, and you know, to me with this real estate thing, I think it's just going to be all about kind of showing up, being visible. I don't think it's going to take that many agents to kind of use me as their go-to person to really build this out to be kind of a good foundation for the rest of the business. And honestly, this feels like something I can scale. The editing isn't as intensive. There's a lot of kind of automations around it. Teaching someone how to go out and shoot is a completely different thing for this photos than, you know, a lot of the nonprofit stuff I do. It's how do you get someone to be comfortable with you to tell them kind of all the things that have happened to them in some of the worst moments of their life. Like, I don't know how to teach that specifically, but you know, teaching someone to be like, hey, you know, keep the camera at about light switch level, make sure the image is level so all the verticals don't get warped, and do bracketing exposure for HDR. Like, all of that is pretty easy to teach somebody, but the video kind of interview doc style stuff that I do would be so much harder. So it's something I'm excited about. It's a kind of it's a long game for sure. You know, it's not taken off kind of as quick as I thought it might have. I think that's a lot to do with just the market. But, you know, if we keep picking at it, if we show up, do what we need to do, get our name out there, I think eventually this is going to take off to be something that will fund the future. So I'm excited about it. Good morning. Thursday started early. I was hired to do some filming for another BNI chapter that wants to create a video they can use to promote and attract more visitors to their chapter. So this was getting a bunch of B-roll of the meeting, people talking, connecting, and then showing what the flow of the meeting looks like. Then all that's going to be over the realtor of the group talking. I've done some Instagram reels for him over the last few months, so I was excited he asked me to come do this. Several of the people in the group showed interest. I gave my card out to a plumber, estate planning attorney, and a personal injury attorney. No, you're good.
Yeah, we'll be a minute.
We'll be a minute.
Go ahead. Do you see the hands?
No.
Okay, cool.
We're
All right, good.
right here.
If you're tired of chasing leads that go nowhere, you're not alone. We didn't start our business to cold call all day. We did it to build something meaningful.
Beautiful.
Good.
After I got home, offloaded footage. I had some editing for the plant nursery. We went out to a place called Minnesota Key, which was hit really hard by Hurricane Milton last year too. They'd done a ton of work to restore a resort out there and wanted to do a highlight as we came up on the 1-year anniversary of the storm. Seeing some of the footage they had from last year was pretty crazy, and then to see the transformation was even crazier. So putting all this together, I've learned a couple things. One, BNI seems to be a huge place for extending my network in this local market. I've lived in Sarasota for about 14 years, constantly connecting with people that are outside of the main circles I've had for that time. Second, I had a feeling of spinning my wheels this week. Just really didn't feel like I'd made a ton of progress on things. Then going through this reflection process showed me that wasn't really true. So if you're feeling a little stuck, I can recommend just going day by day and writing out what you did, and it might make you feel better. That's all I've got for now. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe if you want to follow along for this journey, and thanks so much for watching.